Welcome to this edition of the Forum. I'm your host, Sheila Evans. We have a great show in store for you today with an outstanding lineup of guests. We get our show started today by talking with Adrienne Gale, women's head basketball coach at Ashley High School. The Leon Brogdon Holiday Basketball Tournament is coming up, and she will tell us all about it. Then we welcome Kelly and Clint Cascaden, founders of A Bike for Every Child. They will tell us about the program, its mission, and how you can help. And finally, David Howell, Development Manager with the Lower Cape Fear Hospice, joins us with all the information on the Cape Fear Festival of Trees 2017. The event runs until December 31st this year, and you won't want to miss it. We've got a great edition of the Forum for you today, and we'll get started right after this short break.
Your company can join these local businesses in offering students with disabilities the much-needed experience to compete in today's job market.
To see the kids every day come in and certainly have a sense of accomplishment and do a job well done, it's very enriching to not only the kids but also to all of us around here.
For young people with disabilities, participating in mentoring programs, job shadowing, and internships are great ways to make them stand out among other job applicants.
I'd say it's kind of a win-win. I mean, not only are you doing the right thing for the community and these kids, but you're also allowing them to grow and get the skills necessary to be successful in the future.
Internships serve as skill-building tools for students to obtain vital career development. If your business would like more information on how it can benefit from adding a student intern from New Hanover County Schools to its roster, please contact the Special Education Department now at 254-4445.
They're doing a fantastic job and we couldn't be happier.
I am joined by Adrienne Gale, and she is the head women's basketball coach at Ashley High School, and she's here today to talk about the Leon Brogdon Holiday Basketball Tournament, a staple here in Wilmington.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about it.
This year it is after Christmas. That's kind of been the tradition. Last year we flipped it and it was before Christmas. So the dates this year are December 28th, 29th, and 30th, which I believe is a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here in town. And this year it is going to be played at Laney High School. And it'll be pretty special since they opened up a new gym over there. So both boys and girls will all be playing in the same place.
Okay. Do you have an idea of who's coming?
Yeah, we do.
Who's participating?
Yep, but the 4 New Hanover County school teams obviously will be there, boys and girls. And then for the girls, we have Audrey Kell High School out of Charlotte, Clinton was kind of local, Clover High School out of Clover, South Carolina, and Millbrook, so Powerhouse, Millbrook High School out of Raleigh.
Nice.
So that is the girls' 4 teams that are coming in to visit. And then for the boys' side, they have Athens Drive out of Raleigh, Durham Hillside, Leesville Road, which is in the Raleigh area also, and then Pamlico High School out of Bayboro, North Carolina.
Gotcha.
So.
And what does the day look like? Do you do boys, girls, how does it work?
Yeah, well, on the first day, what we try to do is have the local teams, girls and guys, play back-to-back. So then the fans can kind of be there for both games and not have to leave, come back, and be different times. And then, of course, depending on who wins and loses, then it'll determine when you play the next 2 days.
Gotcha.
But every day, the games will start at 3 o'clock. So they'll be at a 3 o'clock, 4:30, 6, and 7:30 game start each day.
Okay.
So, and then that'll be in both of the gyms.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there'll be, one game going on in the new gym and one game going on in the old gym. So, but all 4 games are that time.
Okay. Why do you think this tournament's important?
I think it's great for Wilmington, to keep the kids local and close by during the holidays, and then bringing in guests from out of town. And it just, basketball, I think in Wilmington, is huge. And it just gives people something to do, some good basketball to watch, girls and guys, during the break while, everyone's kind of enjoying their family, but relaxing and being able to have a good time. And it just, brings people into Wilmington to kind of see our area and have a little fun.
Is it fun for your girls to maybe sit there and be able to watch Laney and Hanover play? Do they get to mix it up and socialize a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's great. The girls love the Christmas tournament because they're not worried about school. They're just enjoying you know, the break and the holiday and you know, the break from school, and then all they get to do is just play basketball and watch basketball. So, you know, they have a lot of friends and kind of enemies, I guess, you know, competition.
Frenemies.
Yeah, frenemies, right? On all the local teams, they play together. They've known each other since they were the children or whatever, playing against each other or with each other. So it's fun to cheer for them and then watch the, you know, the other teams come in town, and then, you know, be able to watch the guys and cheer for them. And when we see our boys play every day, but still just to kind of support everybody locally and, you know, just have fun and watch basketball.
So do you look up in the stands and you see them mixed up from the different schools and such cheering each other on?
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like we played Cape Fear Academy last night, and you know the girls are smiling at each other and you know, trying to be serious and try to have fun. But you know you wish everybody well, but it's a fun, you know, competition and camaraderie, you know. But also you know they have a good relationship with a lot of kids from all the schools here.
And they're not worried about going home and getting homework done and being in school the next day. How nice.
Yep, it's just relaxing. They just get to relax, have fun, and play basketball.
And there is a benefit to this tournament, right?
Oh, yeah.
Scholarships and such?
Yep, scholarships.
Talk a little bit about that.
You know, the Brogdon scholarship and Roundtree. Mr. Roundtree does a great job of supporting all the local basketball teams and helping them out in any way possible and giving kids opportunities to help pay for college with the scholarships and everything. So it's great to have that community support. It means a lot for the local basketball teams in high school.
Gotcha. Now, if you're one of the guest teams, why come to this tournament?
You never know what the weather's going to be in Wilmington, right?
True.
So you could have a day where it's like today, rainy, but it is 73 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So, you know, I think the weather, the beach, and the competition. So mainly this is a historical tournament, and in years past, I mean, we've brought in teams in from Florida. I think one time the boys had somebody in from the state of Washington, you know, from the state of Washington, let alone, you know, Maryland, D.C.
Right.
You know, teams come from all over to enjoy Wilmington and the competition here.
And we take pretty good care of them when they come?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, we have in nice hotels here. We have a luncheon for them.
Nice.
And guest speakers that come for the luncheon and everything. So it's very motivational and a great inspiration. Okay.
And it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And ticket prices?
Ticket prices for the tournament, if you buy a tournament pass, $25 for an adult.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep, for 3 days, and $15 for students. And then if you just come for one day, it's $10 for adult and $7 for students. But you can see, you know, 4 games a day.
Right.
So
that's a deal.
That is a deal. It's a
Can't
great
go to
deal.
the movies for that, can you?
No, no.
Excellent.
And might have better entertainment at the basketball
Anything
game.
else you think we should know?
No, just I know that, you know, we just want to get everybody to, you know, come out and watch some basketball during the holiday, and we're excited about everybody that's coming in town and looking forward to it.
Very good. Adrienne, thanks for sharing that information.
No problem.
We'll be back in a few minutes right after these messages.
Start your day with New Hanover County Schools, The Morning Show. This Rise and Shine program will put a smile on your face and a spring in your step. Best of all, you'll start the day a little smarter, knowing more about our district leaders and teachers, discovering new frontiers in science and technology, and getting the latest school news from across the district. New Hanover County Schools, The Morning Show, educating all viewers to achieve today and tomorrow in a global community. Only on this channel.
I'm joined by Kelly and Clint Cascaden. They are the founder and executive director of A Bike for Every Child, and they're here to tell us a little bit about their organization. Kelly, let's pick on you first. What's the mission?
The mission of the Bike for Every Child is to have our community come together and support our youth ride into happier, healthier futures.
Okay. And Clint, why did you guys start this organization? Where'd the idea come from?
Well, most of all, we wanted to impact our community. Initially, the idea came from, we found a bike to give away on the Angel Tree one year. And on our way back home, we had a short conversation. We thought how interesting it would be, or how great it'd be to be able to drop a truckload of bikes off in the neighborhood. And then not too long after that, Kelly went through a leadership program where she had to do a community project. And that community project turned into not just one truckload of bikes, but several truckloads of bikes.
Gotcha. Kelly, tell me a little bit more about what your organization does.
In general, we collect used bikes, refurbish them, and then give the bikes to kids who need them through our Earn a Bike program. And the way that we distinguish who gets the bikes is we actually partner with other youth organizations in the community and give bikes to their participants. And so for Christmas this year, we've partnered with Nourish NC, and we're going to be providing over 800 bikes to their kids.
Wow. Where do you collect them?
Really, the community donates them. Usually it's a child has grown out of the bike, or maybe it's just not being used anymore. And also for Christmas, we are collecting new bikes as well, which has been a huge help.
Okay. Tell us how the program's grown since you guys began it.
Yeah, well, initially it started out of our garage, and
I'm not surprised to hear that for some reason.
it started out of our garage. We did a 2-week bike collection through one of our local businesses, Lowe's Foods. We got over 300 bikes. We were able to put those together and give them to the Brigade Girls and Boys Club, and within that year we gave away over 700 bikes since our inception, which is about a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty successful pretty quickly. Kelly, you talked about getting the community involved. What kind of support do you get and do you need from the community?
We are actually really proud of the way the community has come together to support our organization and essentially the youth. We've had 8 local youth groups through churches come together and choose us as their mission project. It's called Be the Light. And so they collected well over 300 bikes for us. They also come and volunteer by cleaning some of the used bikes and moving the bikes, and they'll also be at the giveaway. So we think it's really cool to see kids helping other kids.
Very cool. Who does all the repairs, Clint?
Well,
Are you the man?
I've done quite a few myself, yes. We do have volunteers, regular volunteers that come in on Saturday mornings. We also have now, we've been able to bring on a mechanic that works part-time to help out. But there's other local bike shops that volunteer. They're mechanics, like Two Wheeler Dealer. They'll come by on a Saturday and help fix them. So it's a lot of work. We call it our labor of love.
Very nice.
Yes.
Now, you said you started in the garage. Where are you now?
We're now at the Harrelson Center, which
Okay.
is the Center for Nonprofits
Gotcha.
downtown. And we are actually, the history of the Harrelson Center is it's the former New Hanover County Jail.
Yes,
so we're
ma'am.
actually we're in booking.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. And we turned the old jail cells into bike workshops. And then the tunnel that used to transport the inmates to the courthouse under 4th Street, Clint and a couple friends hung up bike racks, so we hang all our bikes in the old tunnel.
You're kidding me. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking
Yes.
about. I work in the courthouse well over a decade, so that's pretty funny.
I would love to see the other side of the walk. So there's a brick wall now, so you can't actually get to the courthouse
Because now they get out on the
anymore.
street and go in.
No.
Very good. How can the community help?
Well,
Either one of you.
first of all, I just can't continue to lean forward, lean in, and get involved. You know, and we have a bike giveaway coming up. We're still short a few bikes, and the community has been great, but just continue to be involved, because it's not just about giving bikes to children, bikes to children. It's about them getting out and exercising and socializing and not living a sedentary life. And
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. How important do you think that socialization is?
I think it's extremely important, especially nowadays when it's so easy to get, sit behind a computer or an iPad or something of that nature.
Scroll on your phone all day long.
Absolutely.
Gives them something to do together. Hey, let's ride here, let's ride there.
Absolutely.
What about helmets and safety equipment? How's that
Yes,
handled?
so
Go
that
ahead.
is actually a huge part of our mission as well. When the children show up at our Earn a Bike giveaway, they will be measured and they'll get a bike according to their proper size. Then they get fitted for a brand new helmet, and then they will go through different stations. One of the stations is they'll learn basic bike maintenance skills, how to change a flat tire,
Excellent.
and different things to look for before taking the bike out if the chain is off or whatnot. And then they also do a safety course. We have some instructors that are certified through the League of American Bicyclists, and so they'll learn rules of the road. One of the favorite
awesome.
parts of the obstacle is actually the bad dog part, where we teach the youth that if a bad dog is coming after them to actually put themselves in between, their bike in between themselves and the dog, instead of, a lot of accidents happen when they're trying to outchase the dog and looking behind them. And so, but that seems to be the favorite part of
Well, that's
the
interesting.
station.
Well, maybe one of the most important.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. So we try to tailor the course to, you know, real life things that they're gonna, if a rock is in the road, how to dodge it without swerving into traffic and whatnot.
So you called it a giveaway. How often does that happen during the year? Do you do them quarterly, or how does that work?
We really leave it up to the other youth organizations in the community. Our last one was with the Brigade Boys and Girls Club in March, and then we have done actually smaller ones through Phoenix Hometown Hires has a youth program. We did that in September. So it's really up to
Tailored
the
to
needs.
their particular kind of need.
Absolutely.
And NC Nourish was Christmas time.
Yes.
So
yes.
when would you do one again? Do you think in the spring, as you know, do you do them in the winter, or do you wait till it's getting close to that time to get them outdoors?
We're thinking our next one will be closer to end of school, beginning of summer time. So that's a good opportunity for, you know, youth to get out there and
Very good.
experience the fresh air and the open road.
Very nice. And Clint, lastly, how can people get in touch with you guys to help? Do you take monetary donations as well?
We take monetary donations. We take obviously bike donations. We take people volunteering is a great way to help. They can contact us through our website, bikeforeverychild.org.
Easy enough.
Yeah, and they can sign up there, register for not just giving donations, but also register for volunteering as well.
Excellent. Well, Kelly and Clint, thanks for sharing this with us. What a great nonprofit to be running.
Thank you for having us.
I'll be back in a few minutes right after these messages.
Get connected with your school system. Your School News covers news that matters for parents, guardians, and greater New Hanover County. Stories about preparing students for success in a changing world. Stories where students are achievers.
Internship, we pretty much made a vehicle from spare parts, and at first we made it so it just moved, and then we made it so it was an electrical vehicle.
Stories of teaching where every child yearns to learn.
Today is all about STEAM. STEAM is kind of the key word to tying art into science, technology, engineering, and math.
Your School News brings viewers more than 8 hours of school news and information, reporting on what's happening in the district, what students are learning, how the school system operates, and beyond. Your School News, only on this channel.
My next guest is David Howell. He's the Development Manager for Lower Cape Fear Hospice. And David, we're here to talk about the Cape Fear Festival of Trees 2017.
It's that time of year.
It's been around a little bit and has a history. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's actually a fairly long-term tradition in the Cape Fear area. Several decades ago, it was held downtown, always at the Coastline Center, and it's moved here and there ever since then. At that time, there was about 100 trees, and I think, you know, hundreds of volunteers. It was a huge thing. And then over the years, it sort of slowed down a little bit. And in the past 4 or 5 years, we've been able to ramp it back up and find some new partnerships for it.
Very good. The dates are expanded, I noticed.
Dates are expanded. The number of trees are expanded. So in the past 4 or 5 years, it got kind of small. You know, 2 or 3 years ago, we had about 20 to 25 trees. When we moved to the aquarium, we found out pretty quick that they have a lot more room. So we've expanded the number of trees that folks are going to see, and also you can see them from basically Thanksgiving week all the way through the end of the year. And the reason for that was because the first time we did it at the aquarium, we were only there for 2 weeks. We had the trees all moved out, and people kept showing up to see the trees, and they weren't there. So we've expanded things in the last couple of years.
Okay, what makes the location unique?
Have you been to it?
I have not.
You have not?
I have not. I mean, not
we've
at
been to the aquarium.
I've been to the
Right.
aquarium and I've been to the Festival of Trees, but not both there.
Okay. Well, you know how tranquil and serene the aquarium can be, and it's dark in there, and and it's calming, and when you put a bunch of Christmas trees in there, it provides a pretty interesting contrast. So not only is it festive and is it holiday driven, but it's also an additional calming element that sets up the entire space, and you know, creates a little bit of joy, reflection. Even people say they go there and they feel healing when they're in there. So
and
it's
soft lighting.
very nice,
you know.
yeah. And the music's soft, and
Hadn't
not
thought
holiday music. Still
Hadn't
do
thought about it that way.
aquarium music.
What are folks going to see when they visit the aquarium this year?
This year they're going to see close to 50 trees.
Okay.
We've got all kinds of trees from all kinds of sponsors. There's also a memorial tree where folks can find an ornament and write the name of their loved one on there. That gets filled up throughout the weeks of the festival, and it's fairly moving. It's a very moving thing to see.
Gotcha. So the proceeds benefit hospice.
Yes.
How do we see that at work?
So to clarify, yeah, all the sponsors are LCFH, Lower Cape Fear Hospice sponsors,
Okay.
and so all the tree sponsorships benefit hospice programs and services. The tickets to the aquarium are for the aquarium. You're buying a ticket to that, and that includes a ticket to the Festival of Trees.
Gotcha.
But as far as what these sponsorships care for with our programs and services, volunteer services, veterans programs, our bereavement services, direct patient and family needs. You know, we serve close to 700 patients and their families on a daily basis. So every cent that comes from the sponsorships is making their lives better in what can be the most difficult times, especially during the holidays.
Sure. So if someone wants to make a gift, how do they handle that?
If somebody wants to make a gift just to Lower Cape Fear Hospice, you know, obviously donations are welcome year-round, not just during the festival. But folks can give online. They can sponsor events like this one. They can also call us and find out about other events that we have throughout the year. There's really no limit to how folks can help out.
And I know you have a lot of events. One of my favorite is the Last Chance for White Pants.
That's a big one. That's, I would say, our marquee event. And,
oh, really?
It's a big mission-driven party for you know, 500 plus folks, and that helps a lot.
And that has really grown, hasn't it?
It has grown. It has grown in the past, I'd say, 5 to 6 years as well. So
that's a lot of fun. Tell us about some of your other events.
Well, we're planning an event in Whiteville. It's called Jeans and Jewels, so it's sort of a gala, a lot like White Pants, but just a slightly removed from Wilmington. It should be a pretty fun thing to go to. Obviously, there's the Cape Fear Festival of Trees, which we're talking about, and though we haven't settled on anything yet, we are planning an event that we're going to do in Brunswick County at some point next year.
Do you have very many volunteer needs?
Tons.
Okay.
We have lots of volunteer needs. We have lots of extended volunteer programs and services. Everything from sitting with a patient to mowing a family member's lawn. It really just depends.
Okay.
I would strongly encourage anybody who's interested to go to lcfh.org and click that volunteer tab if they're interested in that.
Now, do you have some things that you think high school students might be able to do? Kids that need Beta Club hours or National Honor Society hours?
Same with volunteers, and we in fact use quite a few volunteers at the festival. We need volunteers to help us decorate, but we also have folks who sit and hand out literature and try to answer questions throughout the month of December there. And I think there's a few slots still open if folks are interested in that.
And do they go on the website to do that
They
as
do
well?
go on the website, or
That's
they can
cool.
they can just call our phone number and ask for a volunteer coordinator, and we'll get them scheduled quickly.
Very good.
Yeah.
So definitely something our high schoolers could do.
Indeed.
And the Festival of Trees, I think it's really exciting that it's that long. Did you get feedback about that? That people were showing up, hoping to see them beyond that time?
We did. Initially the response was folks showed up after the trees had disappeared, had heard about them for 2 weeks, made plans to be there, and then all of a sudden they were gone. But we do know for a fact that the number of people visiting the aquarium in the month of December has gone up in the past couple of years, because they're doing things that are pretty remarkable in addition to what the trees are creating as an atmosphere. So it's really a great collaboration. Yeah.
Very good. So remind us the dates again. November.
Starts November 20th officially on a Monday. We're going to be decorating in the next several days. and it'll end on December 31st.
Very good.
That's
Very
it.
good. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
I'll be back in a few minutes right after these messages.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My dad said be an actor, my son, but be a comical one. They'll be standing in lines for those old honky-tonk monkey shines. Or you could study Shakespeare and be quite elite, and you could charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Just slip on a banana peel, the world's at your feet. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. The Leon Brogdon Holiday Basketball Tournament will be held December 28th through the 30th at Laney High School. Contact any of the 4 traditional high schools for ticket information. To donate a bike, volunteer, or learn more about A Bike for Every Child, visit their easy-to-remember website at www.abikeforeverychild.org. You can also call them at 444-3939 and friend them on Facebook. And the Cape Fear Festival of Trees will be held from November 20th until December 31st at the aquarium at Fort Fisher. To contact the Lower Cape Fear Hospice, call 796-7900, and to order tickets, contact the aquarium at 772-0500. Now, if you ever have any questions about any of the topics we discussed here on the show today, please call the school system's public relations office at 254-4180 or check out the school system's website at www.nhcs.net. I'm Sheila Evans. Thanks for joining me today.